My multimedia creativity project will be on the first prompt, which is to create a digital story that I would like to gift to someone in my life. In this instance, this would be my mother. My mom has done so much for me in my life, and it starts with a little history. In 1992, in the former Yugoslavian Republic, there was a civil war going on. It was a battle of ethnic cleansing between the Serbs and the Croats and the Bosnian Muslims. My parents lived in the Bosnian Federation, and they were in a city called Fuenca, which is a small little town. These are some pictures of her house and the view of the city from it. In May of 1992, with the war raging on, her neighbor, which was a police officer fighting against the Yugoslavian National Army, was the only person to help her out. She called her in the middle of the night and said for her to leave immediately as the Serbian army was coming to take them away and to possibly kill my parents. So in the dead of night, my parents and my little brother, I wasn't born at this time yet, were forced to evacuate and leave through these woods. With leaving through these woods, she was forced to leave family that she thought she'd never see again. Luckily, we were able to go back last summer and take these pictures. But she didn't know that at that time. She was forced to find any sort of refuge that she could. And in that instance, she went to Germany. In 1992, she was forced to relocate to Stuttgart, Germany, as shown on the map there. And in 1997, she had me. 1998, the political asylum that we were given in Germany had begun to run out. So we were forced to look elsewhere. My dad thought of the United States. So we went through a Catholic church service to find refuge in Holland, Michigan, where I have lived ever since. It wasn't easy in the United States. My parents knew zero English and had to work long hours at factories to make it so our lives could be sustained or even livable. We eventually got to the point where we were able to sustain ourselves, and then it all changed. My mom wanted to work really hard to maintain her lifestyle, so much so that she started to hurt her back. In 2005, they realized that one of her discs had slipped, so she was told to stay off of it and that eventually it would heal. She didn't want to do that. She wanted to continue to work hard so we could have everything that we possibly wanted in life. My brother and I, that is. Well, in 2007, they realized that she had fractured one of those discs. At that point, they recommended her for surgery, or to stay off of it completely. She did neither of those things. She wanted to continue working so she could continue to maintain the lifestyle that she was giving us. In 2008, on October 12th, I heard her whimper like a dog in pain, so much so that it woke me up from my sleep. Well, me, as an 11-year-old at this time, was traumatized. It freaked me out hearing my mother howl in pain like this. So I told her she needed to get this surgery. So on November 11th, 2008, she sat down for an 8-hour surgery that the doctors weren't sure she was supposed to walk. After the agonizingly long surgery, they weren't sure whether or not she was going to walk again. I'm happy to report that she can. She's walking just fine. She has a little bit of a limp, but it's nothing compared to the 18 months of bed rest that she had to go through afterwards. In closing, I just realized that through this assignment how much my mom actually means to me and how much I've actually discovered and gone through with her blessing and her hard work and her determination. Because without her, I would have never been able to think that I could possibly graduate, go to Michigan State, and possibly dream of being a physician. And I owe everything and all of my experiences to this wonderful woman that I could never possibly say enough about. And with this assignment, I've taken time and I've actually been able to think about how much she means to me.